someone I really love is in love with the mountains and I am an ocean person. तो जब पासीघाट जाने का प्रोग्राम बन रहा था, I got really excited, not out of my love for the mountains, but out of my curiosity कि ऐसा है क्या पहाड़ों में. So here I am sharing with you all my experience on my first date with the mountains.
3:30 a.m. and we were all set to set off for Pasighat.
We flew from Mumbai to Guwahati and from Guwahati to Pasighat, and trust me, this was the most beautiful landing in my entire life. Finally, we reached our destination called Abor Country River Camp, which was a beautiful campsite by the river Siang, and we had Swiss military tents.
This is called Abor Country River Camp. The name Abor comes from Adi tribe. Adi tribe is one of the predominant tribes in this area. And Adi is also called Abor. So that's how this property is named Abor Country River Camp. And river camp, see, it is by the river. This is river Siang. If you can just hear that kal sound of the river. And this is our Swiss tent for 5 days. 5 days dwelling. Beautiful. This cute goodie bag that we got in the room. So see, there's this pea buddy and there's this pea safe. So these are the products you actually need in places like these when you're outside. So to protect yourself from UTI and all that. Especially impressed with this. Taking care of women's hygiene in a place like this, staying in tents in the jungle is really impressive.
And we are having a cookout at the beach. So it's a short, like a little walk down.
Towards the bank of river Siang and look at the view, amazing view. This is called elephant grass. और इसमें हाथी भी छुप जाता है. That's how it is called elephant grass.
This afternoon, we went to the bank of river Siang and experienced what is speciality of Arunachal Pradesh, bamboo cooking. We cooked chicken and rice in bamboo as our vessels and bamboo as one of the main ingredients.
Can I just show you how to check whether the food is ready or not? Just remove this patta and just see and feel the aroma. Amazing flavors.
Yeah.
See, this is cooked. Foodgasm feeling. Just see. See the rice? Sticky rice from the bamboo. Such wonderful aroma na, of the leaves.
ये leaf का नाम क्या है?
Yaku. This leaf is not banana leaf by the way.
Yeah.
Like used in Kerala. It's yaku leaf.
Yaku leaf and bamboo stick.
Yeah, it's an edible leaf in this area. So bamboo के अंदर पूरा एक layer of yaku leaf लगाया था. Then rice and पानी डाला था. And then it was put boiling water डाल के it was put on the fire for half an hour. And now it is ready.
Entire Northeast India is very famous for its exclusive variety of chilies, and today we got to try the spiciest chili of them all called Bhoot Jolakia.
Chicken is one of the best chickens I've ever had. Chicken made in bamboo. Just one little tinge of this with salt and it will just burn you. It will put you on fire. Even the touch of it is enough. आप इसको touch करो ऐसे and just eat your food. It feels chilly. I could manage one small circular ring. We should have Bhoot Jolakia at home. You're really eating it so comfortably.
Yeah. No, I'm not eating it comfortably.
You are using salt?
Yeah, obviously it hits afterwards.
Good morning. This is 5 a.m. in the morning
pitch dark, and I believe 5:25 is the sunrise time today. And I'm heading towards Abor beach for my yoga practice. Our day 2 was fully loaded with activities, so I had to begin it with my yoga practice to charge me up for the day. This was such a beautiful experience to be practicing in the nature. Nature has its own value addition to your practice, and that is mind blowing. It was so calming and so soothing. This view of the mountains and this river, mind blowing it is. Beautiful. Just simply loved it. After breakfast, we set out for a visit to the Community Skills Center, where they educated us on the entire process of silk formation, right from how the silkworms are grown, how the worms produce the silk, which is then converted into the thread, which is then woven into cloth, and finally this cloth is tailored into the most beautiful traditional wraparound skirts called gale. This gale is the beach skirt made from this material, and this is the original bright good green tea in such fantastic cups, and I'm totally loving this experience. And right there are silkworms which are producing the thread.
Meet my new friend.
Silky, very silkies.
तो वो तो उसी के अंदर मर जाएगा। हाँ मर जाएगा, उसको फिर हम लोग फ्राई करके जाएंगे। ग्रेवी करते हैं हम लोग ज़्यादा होने दे।
कैसा टेस्ट करता है?
40 grams.
Now we are heading towards tea gardens. I'm so looking forward to tea gardens. Tea gardens is something I find very fascinating. I've never visited physically.
We visited Donye Polo Tea Estate. The charming way to the tea estate was so full of picturesque beauty. It was like a green carpet all around you, and it was bound to calm your senses with eye-soothing greens all around you.
The method that he taught us was first read the name of the tree, then peel the tea leaves, then there is tea inside and water in it. Just shake it, smell it. It's really strong. And then he says, don't just drink like drinking, just not it.
To make any trip grand, I need 3 things: people, adventure, and food. And today is going to be a mix of all, because we are going to a village where the predominant tribe of this area lives, Ponging village, and it's going to be a very, very adventurous trek, because it's mix of all terrains, mountains and plain and some river we have to cross, and it's all trekking. No mode of transport goes there except your legs. So it's quite, actually it's little scary too, because it's a 2 hours difficult trek, and we are going to eat traditional food of this place too. हाथ में लाठी और मन में थोड़ा सा डर और थोड़ा विश्वास लिए हो गए हम सभी तैयार फॉर अ ट्रैक टू विलेज पोंगिंग। कुछ रास्ते थोड़े आसान थे, कुछ थोड़े मुश्किल और कुछ थोड़े ज्यादा मुश्किल।
लगी तो नहीं?
But nothing was impossible.
steppy path on the mountain. Now there is a hanging bridge. We'll cross the hanging bridge to reach some plain area, then again climb up, and that's the village. Challenging है, impossible नहीं है.
My favorite part of the trek was the hanging bridge. It was surely not an easy trek, but what kept us really going in the trek was the beautiful sight of mighty Himalayas, sound of the flowing river, smiles of passerby villagers, a strong, humble and helping escort boys, and most importantly, group energy. Trekking in a group was a strong pushing factor.
Finally, thank you so much.
After 2.5 hours of tough trek, finally we could see the sight of the village Ponging, which made us so happy.
Finally, we did it, and it was really a tough trek, especially for a person with a slip disc. But I am so happy to have done it.
We were received with a heartwarming welcome dance, followed by homemade rice wine and homemade rice dish called aten.
This is rice beer in a bamboo cup. This is इसका नाम क्या? Apita. Yum! After this such a tough trek, this is really a treat. Very nice. Very nice. ये हुई ना बात.
And then we tried their traditional dress called gale. और फिर क्या था? उनके कपड़े पहनकर बन गए हम भी उनमें से एक, उनके दोस्त. We all learnt a few dance steps from them and performed a group dance with them. Pain of difficulty in reaching Ponging was temporary, but the warmth and experience we got there would remain in our hearts forever. It was such a wonderful experience to meet these natural people, most non-judgmental people who were so open-hearted, so warm, so social and so welcoming. And so were their kids, so easy to befriend. And most importantly, they were all so happy. It was truly nature at its best.
Aina, my new friend, and she made the arrangements that we could wear these dresses and we could dance with them, and it was super amazing experience. Thank you so much, Aina. Thank you. ये हमने गाले पहना है जो इनकी ट्राइब का यहाँ का गाले है. This looks like this. Other day the गाले that we wore was a different गाले. This is a different design. Very nice. आप बनाते हो मशीन से? नहीं, हाथ से बनाते हैं. Yeah. I love you. I love you. Aww, love you too.
Thereafter, we visited one house and learnt about the working of their house, their kitchens, how the food and the wine is prepared. And we learned from them how their marriages are done, and we even got to speak to some of the prospective shy brides.
तो शादी यही होता है, गांव के लोग से ही होता है.
गांव के पास के गांव से ही होता है.
पास के गांव से भी होता है. ये लड़की लोगों के लिए लड़का देख रहे हैं नहीं?
एंड वो टरबाइन फिर आप लोगों ने बनाया? आप लोगों ने खुद बनाया? वाओ.
Finally, it was time to say goodbye to village Ponging. Well, in their language, Airudo Ponging.
Airudo.
We had to trek back and reach the other mountain and the highway before the sunset time, which was 4:30 p.m. So with very happy, content and light hearts, we all began our trek back. My heart felt light and content like never before, enriched and satisfied like never before. We were all so tired but so non-complaining, so excited but so quiet, so happy and so content. कुछ तो जादू है इन पहाड़ों में और पहाड़ों में रहने वालों में. It is indescribable. A very happy memory was made this day. Their happy and shining faces keep flashing in my mind and never fail to bring a smile on my face.
I almost gave up. I decided 90% कि मैं नहीं जाऊंगी. But then I just thought I'll take a tablet. I'll just see कि हुआ तो जाऊंगी, नहीं हुआ तो बीच में रुक जाऊंगी. It was just so good. I'm so glad I went here. After a very, very exhausting, very, very challenging, but extremely satisfying trek to village Ponging, now here I am just dead too tired to eat. I am just drinking a wine. This is organic Kiwi wine, and Arunachal is very famous for Kiwi wines. Arunachal produces around 9,000 tons of kiwi annually, and Kiwi wine is a common wine here besides rice wine. This has 15% of alcohol and vitamin B12, calcium, vitamin D, and a lot of minerals. Mike. Cheers. Cheers. Has gone for river rafting, so I decided that instead I would go for some simpler activity, and I am going to angling. I'm just hoping to get a catch, at least something I should catch. Let's see. This is John. He does cultural tours and he's taking me to angling today. Wow. Casting, na? Wow. Not bad, na, John?
बढ़िया.
Great shots, great learning, great experience, but no catch. No fishing. Fish, hard luck. कोई बात नहीं. I was lucky to have learned casting so fast. Thank you, John.
Welcome.
आदि गाना
After spending 5 incredibly memorable days here, it was time to say a goodbye to this beautiful place and thank you to these wonderful people who felt like our extended family for 5 days. Our drivers, the cooks, the owner of the resort, Mr. Oken, and most importantly, our escort for the trip, Mr. Tahul, who made our trip so memorable with his energy, positivity, and enthusiasm. Finally, I came back home, I think with an answer to my question, why do people fall in love with the mountains? It's because Everything is better in the mountains. The breeze, the people, the water, the feeling, and the mood. And this trip indeed was a therapy with nature and mountains as therapists.